So you may ask yourself, what does a beautiful woman and sexy curves have anything to do with mulch and landscaping beds? Oh, this video, I'll show you how curves can be sexy, and it's a must-have when you're doing these mulching and edging projects. Starting off with this video, quick shout out to my soulmate. Happy birthday, baby. Coming up on 25 years being married, still best friends. I love you. On with the video. Show everybody these sexy curves on these beds. Alright guys, we're back on the scene. It's cold, it's wet, and it's early. So we got 12 scoops of mulch on this property. A little bit of edging and cleanup to do first, but gotta throw this camera up and give y'all some footage. Yeah. So you'll see on most of my videos when I'm doing these bed preps, I come through with a weed eater, tighten up the edges real quick, give myself a nice outline to go through with the hand shovel and tighten everything up where needed. I'll also come back through, no matter what time of the season, and do a flattening of all the beds, because I do not want to have tall, fluffy borders to my mulch beds coming up in April at my first mowing visit. So I go through here and flatten, like you just see here, prematurely before the grass starts growing. That way, when I come for the first visit, when the weed eater rolls through here and the mowers, it's a whole lot less chance and probability of all those clippings going into some fresh, beautiful dyed brown mulch. Now, this property, I did go through and hand spade a lot of these beds last week when we were out here trimming. So most of them I'm just tightening them up. Some of them I burned in a new edge just with a weed eater, because they've been established for years and years. I've had this property for over 8 years now. Extremely wonderful clients, and they've been at the same cost for their mulching and trimming ever since we started doing this. The project calls for 12 scoops, like I said, and normally we come through here and do about $600 to $800 worth of trimming and cleanup and fall work right in December time. The mulching comes out to $1,800 once you get it all done. So, like I said before, the property next door, we just mulched it the other day. So both of these properties are weekly mowing visits, and they're both priced at $75 a piece. I do double cut both properties every single visit. I lay down the stripes nice and tight. We go through and hit all the beds, straight edge them, flatten them as needed. We keep the place looking tight. So therefore, it's a must that we do this process, tedious and to a perfection level. So these video series that you're going to be watching is just simply here to help you achieve this level of actual work perfection. Now, I'm not going to be talking about finances and, franchises, taxes, employees, numbers. That's not this channel. You're here to learn and master the art of landscaping. Alright? I'm not interested in the business side. I don't even like the business side. I almost despise the business side. I'm out here for art and the gratification I get out of the beautiful, beautiful projects we keep completing day after day. So if you want to perfect your skills, hey man, join this community, hit that subscribe button. Everybody in this community is open-minded. We all come to the round table with different thoughts, different ideas, We all have different approaches to how we run our own businesses, how we run our own lives. And that's just part of being human. I'm not sure when everybody came to the conclusion that we all had to think the same and be the same, because we're not. We're all unique individuals, which gives you just as much of a chance of success as I have here. You know, I've been out here for 30 years, and these last 10 years have been amazing. God has blessed me, and He keeps blessing me and blessing me, because I just keep giving all I got every single day to my clients and to my family. That's all I know how to do. So let's talk about these curves that I was pointing out in the beginning of this video. If you don't have curves going around your properties, pimping out the definition between the grass line and that beautiful dyed mulch, you need to step up your game, boys, because everybody loves curves. It's 11:30. Took a little break. Looking pretty tight. We haven't used much mulch yet. Plenty more to go. At a loss for words, guys. Sorry, I gotta go back to work. So you'll see here, perfect example, curves and what they bring to your overall appeal to the landscape. Especially once you come through here and have a tight cut on it and a fresh edge on them with a weed eater. They look tight. And I know you guys noticed how I come through and I pile up the edges, and I come through and hand tamp them down and get the right angle going towards that edge. I take my time to do all that stuff for a reason, okay? I know that 32 times a year I'll be here mowing grass, and at least 20 of those times there's going to be grass and debris and other stuff that flies onto the edge, the very edge right here where I'm packing down, and we roll through with the blowers and we clean up all that stuff. If we get a little bit of grass in your bed, it's going to get blown and cleaned up. You won't be there when we leave. So I intentionally, as a forethought, I thicken my edges a lot, and they last throughout the season for the most part. Now, the curves, I'm telling you, man, you could have just a straight line here coming to a 90-degree angle, right? I could have gone straight on that house, boom, come to the corner, boom, 90 degrees the other way. No one wants to see that anymore, alright? I don't care what neighborhood you're in, what income level you're working at. You bring in these curves, and you'll be the talk of the town. The word will spread by mouth, and everybody will be wanting your services. Matter of fact, when I was up here, well, hold on, I'll tell you in a minute. So yeah, like I said, we finished up the last video with that bed right next door. So we're just kind of following down the line. The next video that we throw out on mulch is 4 houses down the road. The one after that will be across the street, 2 houses down. And yeah, I've already talked to 2 different neighbors this week that are interested in our services, and I'll do my best to slam everybody together and get it all accomplished. Obviously, the new mulch clients will have to wait and get to the end of the line come probably early May. We did all these plantings a couple years back. They're coming in okay. The ground here is really, really saturated because of the hill in the back coming off the golf course. And this flat plateau that the house is sitting in just holds water. When we did the plantings, there was like water holding in the bottom of each hole. That being said, they've been pretty healthy. I'm pleased with it. So when I was up here when I was up here working, I met the gentleman next door who had just purchased that property last year. And I've already taken care of that property for 3 years in the past. I've done all the mulching. I have all the figures already on my computer system. And we reached out, had a good little conversation. We'll hook it up. Need a little bit more right there. Let's go see what Dalton's up to. Alright, everybody. Try not to be awestruck and get all excited about these curves you're going to see in the next few minutes of footage. Yeah. Even my boy Dalton here. Tight, man. Dalton's hooking it up, man. He's got the technique down, nice and smooth, packing in them edges nice. Yeah. Like I said, all I ever wanted was a couple clones of myself. And he's the closest thing I could ever think of. Making it all pimped out, elite style. Curves everywhere you look for days. Stretch the backs. Looking good, man. The last video I popped out had the title 10,000 hours of mulching makes you a professional. Alright? That's with any skill, any sport that you're practicing and trying to become a master at. That's just the law of the physics and the world and the way it works. That being said, Dalton and you possibly could be just starting off. And if you have the correct technique to learn from, you can have this perfection outlook at the end of your jobs simply by watching, following the step-by-step process that we do, and mimic it. Dalton's expertise level at mulching and making it look beautiful is top-notch already, okay? And he's only his second season in full-time doing this mulching gig. It's up to you guys. You're going to put in the hard work and effort to pick up the work and then come out here and bust it out as needed, no matter how late it gets, no matter what the weather is. Your success is up to you and your efforts. How much you're going to put into yourself, your family, your clients, the name that you're building. If you're not passionate about everything you do every day, you might as well not come out here and try this entrepreneurship. It's not for you. Back at it. It's 3:15. Got a whole another load on the trailer. Boom. Going nice and smooth today. No complaints. Got 3 tree rings, 2 decent beds in the front, 2 driveway beds. And we got like 2 small beds, three small beds in the back, 2 tree rings. Not much. So we should be able to knock this out. It's my wife's birthday today, so trying to get off early and get home and get some good food going on. Check back in. It's almost mowing season, boys. Sun's shining, getting warmer out. And back here in the back areas, you know these mowers are going to make a mess every now and then. I don't play around with that chute blocker stuff. I can't afford to in the tall fescue. It's way too thick and wet. So all of our tree rings, anything that's out here in the open, we re-edge them and we get that mulch nice and thick on the tree rings for sure. Because, like I said earlier, when we're done mowing and weed eating, we come through and blow everything. All the mulch beds get blown out, cleaned up, all debris is gone. We'll talk about the tree rings real quick. Do not pile mulch up on the trunk itself it brings in moisture, and it will eventually cause rot damage to the tree itself, which brings in disease and insects. Keep that mulch away from the base of those trees. Do not do the volcano effect that you see all over town from the rookies. You want that mulch nice and smooth, level. Looks more like a cymbal for a drum set. So here, a good example where I'm not going to take my time and effort to put a hard edge around these two side beds. So I use a weed eater. It's not hard to accomplish. A nice straight edge, grinding it back. I kick back the old mulch away from the edges to make it easier to come through. Then Dalton just comes and blows small debris away. I'm kind of OCD when it comes to trash on the grass. It's got to be cleaned up. It may disappear on its own. Like I said, OCD. That's just life, man. Boys have been doing good up and down these hills. Ian, he's not mulching yet. He hasn't got those skills, but this is his first season pumping out trailer loads of mulch. I know his back is feeling it because he's probably about 6'2". I think I'm going to go buy him a longer handled pitchfork. If you happen to be a tall man, woman, I definitely suggest a tall, long handle for your pitchforks. We're already bending over enough. The less strain on our backs, the better off we'll be. Oh, there's those curves again. Don't get too excited. It is looking sexy though. All the tree rings are done. House is done. We're gonna hit the road now. I'll set y'all up. Almost into the mission. Alright, so I'll give you a little breakdown of what this property is worth to me every season, because I know a lot of you gentlemen and ladies do not have sizable, large accounts like these. Basically, like I said before, the mulching is $1,800. The trimming and the extra work we do per year, right about $800 to $1,000, and then the mowing comes out to right about $2,400 for the 32 visits we do. So overall, the account is right about $5,000 for the whole season's worth of work, give or take a few hundred here and there. So, hey, it's not huge like a commercial account that's $30,000. But at the same time, I've done all this work that you just watched today on this video. I've done it all by myself in the past for many years. It doesn't kill me. I get up the next morning and do it all over again. I don't have to have a crew out here. If they leave, I'm perfectly fine without them. My back will hurt a little bit more. But my bank account will stay the same. Break time. Got one bed left way over there. Way over there. Yeah, not that late. Did get a little bit cooler out throughout the day. Sun went away. But, yeah. Almost done. Don't run over me, man. How many young men How many old men? How many people in general just worked as hard as we did throughout the day and are still laughing, smiling, and joking at the end of it? Many people don't put enough weight and consideration into the people that you work around each day. The people that you're around each day bring you peace and happiness, or stress and chaos. Now, y'all leave in the comments below. I'm a huge fan of sexy curves. Let me know in the comments section if these curves did the trick and turned you on watching this video. Hey, ain't nothing to it but to learn it, practice it, and then do it. Alright? Yeah, I started at a young age, and in my mind, I'm still pretty young. I'll be 45 next month, yeah. So, it's never too early to start. It's never too late. But always strive for perfection. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button. Definitely smash the like for me. And if you want to see every video, hit the notification bell. Here we go. Look at that. Alright, special request from one of my amazing community members. Sunsets. He wants to see all the sunsets we can get. So Luciano, this one's for you, bud. Peace. Another day done. 12 scoops in the book. So, I ain't got much to say, except for be kind, love each other, peace, and happy birthday to my soulmate. I'll be home soon.